For me, it's about the law and people. How am I supposed to quantify the value of these things when I don't have evidence?
I'm sorry.
And how people can resolve their problems and just be better for it.
Justice with passion.
I always knew I was going to go into law because I tried to see everybody's point of view in an argument. You say one thing, she says another. So who am I to believe?
Justice with truth.
Either you make the decision or I make the decision. You won't like mine.
This is Justice for All with Judge Cristina Perez. Maury Bernstein is suing Jacob Hauser in the amount of $500. Mr. Bernstein claims he got a hefty fine after his neighbor caused his garbage cans to overflow and says Mr. Hauser needs to pay up for the excess trash.
Mr. Bernstein, you are here suing your neighbor, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
For $500.
Yes.
Okay, so what happened, Mr. Hauser? Can you explain to me what happened?
This guy's trying to blame me for some fines that he got. I have nothing to do with that, and I'm sure you'll see that's how it should go.
Okay, fines. What kind of fines did you get, Mr. Bernstein, that you feel the defendant is responsible for?
I got these $500 fines from the sanitation department of New York, and it's because there's too much garbage in the garbage and it overflows and they give you fines for that.
Okay.
Additionally, he puts regular garbage inside the recycling. The guy's been driving me crazy for many years now. This is just the latest piece. It's always something with my neighbor here.
Okay, so I do understand New York is very strict with their garbage.
Yes.
Why do you think he's doing this?
His garbage pails are over 10 years old. He's trying to get me to buy him new garbage pails because he says my car hit his garbage pails, broke his garbage pails, and now he won't get new garbage pails, and he keeps throwing the garbage inside mine until I buy him new garbage pails. And I'm not going to be extorted by this crazy guy.
Okay, and you've been neighbors for how long?
Too long.
All right, Mr. Hauser, how are your garbage pails?
Well, I have a picture of the damage right here.
You can give Cinder your evidence. Any relevant evidence you can give to Cinder.
Thank you.
Okay.
So how long have your garbage pails been out of service?
Been a little while. He ran into the garbage cans more than once. I have a witness right here that will corroborate that statement. And
all the three garbage pails, the recycling, the green, and the garbage?
Yes.
That's what he says. These things were so old.
What do you say?
I say when I was parking, because he doesn't park right, he doesn't leave me any space, we share a driveway, he doesn't give me enough room, and he puts his garbage in a spot where you have to park the car. He gives me no choice other than I have to bump into it from time to time. I think he does it all on purpose because he's a troublemaker. I have evidence here that I can share with you.
So,
we're having
Mr.
a Super
Hauser,
Bowl
is
party.
it true that and I understand New York because I was born there and I get it, I love New York. If you're living in where your driveways are really close to each other, and even though you're still on your property, but are you impeding him parking on his side of the driveway?
Well, as far as parking goes, it has happened, but he started parking in my area first.
Oh,
I mean, he
so
went
he started.
over the line first. So, and I'm like, if this is a free-for-all, that's how we're doing it.
So it's like tit for tat with you two.
Yeah.
So he does it, you do it back, and you do it better. So who really started it all?
He did.
No, go back 20 years. Who started it? Because it had to start. Somebody
When
had
my
to do
kids
something.
used to play, they used to come out, as kids normally play. They make some noise. He wants complete silence on a New York City street. It's not possible. My kids have to play.
Yeah.
It was just, we just go back and forth. Me and him would argue about the weather. So we just disagree on everything.
Yeah, it's an ongoing thing, yeah.
So maybe this is really something you guys enjoy.
I don't enjoy it. I would like him to move.
But he's not going to move if he lives there in his house, and you're not going to move either, so you guys are going to have to resolve this somehow.
Well, I'm coming to you for the $500 that I'm getting.
I was about to go there. Let's go there.
He's decided that he's not going to get a new garbage pail, and he's going to continue to throw his garbage in mine.
Let's go there.
Pizza boxes, all kinds of crazy stuff.
Let's go there.
It's only me and my wife now. We don't have enough trash to fill and overfill.
I
it's
understand.
overfilled because he has to add his.
Okay, I get it. Can you use in the city of New York, can he use the broken, like tape it up or do something to fix it?
I think he could do that, and I think it was actually broke before I even tapped his
Got it.
garbage
How
pail.
hard did you tap it?
It was very light. I mean, I barely knew I tapped it. He doesn't put his garbage pails where he's supposed to. He puts it where I have to park my car when we have to share this driveway.
Yeah, and it's really hard to be fair and say you were right or this was an accident because it seems the history you have between you two is like never ending. It's like it's been going on for 20 years, so it's hard for us to go back and figure out what's going on. Now, Ms. Weinman, can you stand up, please, real quick?
Yes, Your Honor.
You are also a neighbor?
Yes.
Are you friends with Mr. Bernstein?
I am friends with both of the judges.
Okay, so then why are you here today? What is it that you want to say?
Coming up on Justice for All.
That's why I came here, to help him, because I think it's unfair.
Give me a little bit more detail.
I think Mr. Bernstein is doing it intentionally, and it's enough to dent the trash can.
And later,
It was a total retaliation against me. He came out and said, "You've ruined my marriage, you're fired, get out."
I am the one who has a contract with Alicia. Alicia doesn't work for my wife.
if you'll be in the Los Angeles area and want to bring your case to court, call 1-888-552-6878. You're watching Justice for All with Judge Cristina Perez. We're back with the case of Maury Bernstein, who is suing Jacob Hauser for property damage.
Well, Mr. Hauser asked me to come on his behalf because I have actually witnessed the times that
That's
Mr.
right.
Bernstein has backed into the trash cans, and it hasn't just been once.
Oh, it hasn't been once? How many
No.
times has it been?
I couldn't tell you. It's repeated. It's just this rivalry that they have. That's why I came here, to help him, because I think it's unfair.
Give me a little bit more detail.
I think Mr. Bernstein is doing it intentionally, and it's enough to dent the trash cans to where you can't use them.
All right, and so you've seen this how many times, Ms. Weinman?
At least 20 times that I can tell you, and with the constant hitting of, repetitive hitting, it's going to eventually cause damage. And he has a really nice bumper guard, so he knows what he's doing.
Okay.
He puts them there all the time. So
Mr. Bernstein, how many times have you hit the garbage cans?
I have hit them a lot because he
Okay.
always puts them in the wrong spot.
Got it.
I told him not to put them there, and he continues to do that.
Thank you for admitting that. Thank you, Ms. Weinman. I appreciate your help. Mr. Hauser, why do you put the garbage cans in the driveway where you know he's not going to be able to park?
Well, I feel like this. Legally in the state of New York, no matter where I put my cans, if he's breaking my cans, he's responsible. But, I still feel like he's responsible.
How much
because
is it to replace a garbage can?
I don't even know. I don't
You
even
don't
know.
know?
I know.
How much?
And I have this. You can have this.
Okay, tell me.
$132 to replace it.
$132?
I have the quote here from Home Depot.
Okay.
Yeah, this
That's
is the
good,
rest of
'cause
the
he
evidence.
broke them and he
I
should
told
fix
you, he calls the police when I was at a Super Bowl party. He's always got a problem.
To replace the can, it's $132?
Even it was 132 cents, it's still his fault. He broke them. Right is right.
I have a $500 fine.
I understand
That's
that.
much
So
bigger
now
than
let's
that.
talk about the excess overflow of garbage.
I'm glad you said that. Yeah.
Do you put, and answer this very carefully,
Okay.
do you intentionally put garbage in the plaintiff's garbage cans?
I have and admitted it, I did put some garbage in his garbage
Do you
can.
put extra knowing he's going to get fined?
I always closed the lid. That way, it never overflowed when I put the garbage in there. Now, so
Ms.
he must
Weinman, have you
or
ever seen
somebody.
him put garbage in Mr. Bernstein's trash?
Yes,
Okay,
but
can you
a
stand
lot
up
of people
again?
do.
Have you ever seen Mr. Hauser put excess amount of garbage in Mr. Bernstein's trash?
I have seen him put garbage, but never
Okay.
excess.
All right. Have you seen anybody else put garbage in Mr. Bernstein's?
It's the case that happens in many instances when people walk by.
With two people, we need 3/4 of the pail is typically how much we put in.
Okay. All right.
This guy is adding 3/4 from his
If you
house.
don't use your garbage,
it cannot fit.
I don't get
it's
it.
not
if
possible
you don't
to
use
fit,
your
whether
garbage,
he puts it in
where
first
do you
or
put your
second.
garbage?
I try to put as much as I can in my can, but then it's not enough to.
So you put it in his.
Well, yeah.
Because he
All
can't
right.
fit it all
Thank
in
you,
one
Ms.
pail,
Weinman.
he throws it in the
Thank
other
you.
pail.
So the $500 fine, the right thing to do, Mr. Bernstein, whether you intentionally, unintentionally hit it a lot of times, you still broke it. So that means you should pay for the trash can. You, Mr. Hauser, admitted many different times from the beginning of this case that you have purposely put in garbage in his trash can.
Right, but
but still, I'm meant to believe that you're the only person that is doing it. You're the only person that seems to have an issue with Mr. Bernstein. So putting garbage in with the intent purpose of him getting a fine is kind of just to get right back at him because you know he broke my garbage can. I mean, we can go on and on and on forever. So what I think is fair to do, number one, we will grant the plaintiff's claim, but we are going to reduce the value of the garbage can. Okay, so you're suing for $500.
Yes.
So we will give you $368, right? That's minus the value.
Sense.
I think that's extremely fair, okay? And no fingers yet. Okay. You have extra homework. You need to find one thing nice to say about each other before you leave. Don't give me that look. And the next time you have a party, you're going to invite each other over. Okay? And I'm going to have Ms. Weinman supervise your attitude towards each other, and she's going to report back to me. Okay? So you start. One nice thing about Mr. Hauser.
When I complained about your food, it wasn't really that bad. It was actually pretty good.
That's nice.
That's very nice.
Nice.
Mr. Hauser, your turn.
You know, he's a pretty good neighbor. He watches out for the neighborhood, you know, so.
Very
you know,
nice.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So when before you leave, you shake hands,
Okay.
and I don't want to hear any more garbage problems. All right, so based on the evidence, we will rule in favor of the plaintiff, but we're only going to grant the $500 in part. We subtracted the value of the garbage can that you broke, so $368, okay? Thank you, gentlemen.
Judge Perez has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant has been ordered to pay $368.
It was the best I can get. I had to take time from work and come here and try to get the $500, but at least I got something.
We'll just overlook the whole thing and put it behind us.
Coming up on Justice for All.
And in the contract, which I have outlined in section 6 here in the confidentiality, is that she's to treat sensitive information and personal matters with discretion.
You're watching Justice for All with Judge Cristina Perez. Alicia Jones is suing Rob Abbott in the amount of $8,000. Ms. Jones claims her former employer unfairly fired her for sharing private information with his wife and says Mr. Abbott owes her for lost wages.
Ms. Jones, you are suing your former employer because you claim he fired you without cause?
Yes, that is correct.
All right, $8,000.
Yes.
Please explain.
Yes, so I am indeed suing my former boss, Rob Abbott, for wrongful termination without cause. I was his personal assistant, and I shared some personal information with his wife, and he retaliated against me and fired me on the spot.
What did you do that you feel you should not have been fired?
It was a few days before Valentine's Day. He had me order some flowers, one of my, just many tasks, and he also had me write a note on it that said, "Hi, gorgeous, can't wait to celebrate with you tonight." A few days later, 2 days after Valentine's Day, his wife called me at work on my work phone, as she typically would do. And without thinking, I started the conversation like, "Hey, how did you like those flowers? You must have been so lucky with that." With our rapport, it just, it slipped out. And she freaked out. She said, "Oh my gosh, I never got any flowers. What are you talking about?" And I kind of, realized that maybe something had been said wrong. She hung up with me, and I tried to call him immediately from his office, but she had already immediately called him, and a few minutes later, I was fired.
Coming up,
I do not need to be the one to differentiate to her what she can and what she can't share. I am the one who has a contract with Alicia. Alicia doesn't work for my wife.
you're watching Justice for All with Judge Cristina Perez. We're back with the case of Alicia Jones, who is suing Rob Abbott for wrongful termination.
And the problem with that is what?
It was a total retaliation against me. I was just sitting at my desk and
Retaliation.
Yes. In one breath, he came out and said, "You've ruined my marriage, you're fired, get out."
So, Mr. Abbott, why don't you give me your side of the story?
Well, Your Honor, this lawsuit is a joke. Nobody is more upset about having to see her go than me, because before this we had a great working relationship and everything was fine. I do not need to be the one to differentiate to her what she can and what she can't share. I think you seem to have a handle on it that I am the one who has a contract with Alicia. Alicia doesn't work for my wife. So, and in the contract, which I have outlined in section 6 here in the confidentiality, is that she's to treat sensitive information and personal matters with discretion. And she breached that. It's not a gray area, as Alicia wants to make it seem like it is. I mean, thank goodness that she didn't breach, say, a copyright issue with an actual client or something that would have cost a bigger lawsuit. But this lawsuit is a joke.
So the flowers clearly weren't for your wife. Your wife found out. Problems.
Guilty, yes. But is it about the flowers, or are the flowers the issue? I mean, yes, sure, they're just flowers. But at the same time, you know, Alicia needs to understand that in a job like this, she is a personal assistant. It says right
I
in the
noticed
name,
that the
personal.
flowers were made out to somebody named Gorgeous. It wasn't his wife's. Has he ever asked you to get flowers for anybody else?
No,
So you didn't know if they were going to be for his wife or not.
I assumed that they were.
Okay. Assuming is different than knowing.
Judge Perez's verdict when Justice for All returns. You're watching Justice for All with Judge Cristina Perez.
I remember when I had my first job and I was an associate attorney, and you know, I had 2 bosses. You learn your loyalty is with your boss. It's not your boss's wife. You owe a duty of confidentiality to handle all information carefully to your boss, not to his wife. Sharing that type of information just wasn't right, especially when you knew the flowers were made out to Gorgeous. I mean, naturally we assume it's going to be the spouse, naturally, or the boyfriend or girlfriend, but come on, we're in California. Things happen like this on a day-to-day basis, sadly, right? I'm not excusing it, but based on that, I don't find any reason to say that you were terminated wrongfully. On the contrary, you were terminated for a very good cause, for sharing information that you shouldn't have shared, okay? So based on that, I'm going to deny your claim for $8,000, okay? Good luck.
Judge Perez has ruled in favor of the defendant. The plaintiff's claim has been denied.
Well, I'm glad that you got the lesson that there are no gray areas in a contract. It's important to know. I hope this helps you moving forward.
And I hope you treat any future executives better than you treated me.
This has been a production of Allen Media Group.